What is going on, everyone? It is Mark here with another video, and today we have another video of a topic I love to cover: bags. Specifically, this one is not a backpack. This is a duffel style bag, and yes, of course, it is a travel bag. Today, this one's a pretty special one. This one is called the Pakt One. The reason this one's kind of interesting or special is one, it teamed up with Matt DeVella, the minimalist, and of course their designer, to kind of create this minimal and very effective and efficient bag. I'm excited to get in the bag, but before we do that, of course, we have to check out the outside. And this is a very nice packaging. All their packaging that they send everything in, which is a nice little touch, is of course paper. There's no plastic, there's none of that stuff. Very sustainable and kind of environmentally friendly way to get your product. And then there are sketches of some of the key features that they do want to point out. I'm gonna very quickly just show you one or two, just because if I show you all of them, it's a sneak peek and you get to know all the features anyways. So magnetic foot hardware, TSA staging pocket, magnetic pocket, and then there's a whole bunch of course on the back side and side. Okay, so let me get the bag out of here. I don't want to rip this up too bad. There we go. And here it is. So it comes nice and folded, very small. I did get the navy. There's 3 colors. There is some differences between the color variations, which I will get into in just a second, but this is the navy. It's nice and tan on the inside. Let me start talking about the material and what I kind of see on the outside. It has a nice heavy duty kind of canvas feel. This is of course a magnetic pocket. The magnets, you know, they do work. Would I put anything secure in there? Probably not. But yeah, you can see a lot of stitching here. It is very heavy duty. These straps actually don't have any padding. They do have the flat top, which will give you nice support. You got a bunch of little hooks here that you are going to be able to hook things on with a carabiner. But other than that, yeah, the outside is very, very kind of minimal. There's not much going on, which is kind of the whole point of the minimal travel. Let me get into some of the more specific pockets and things that you can do. Like I said, there is a magnetic pocket on one of the sides. That magnetic pocket is big enough to put kind of like little documents. Say you're traveling, you got your little magazine, your little book, whatever the case may be, that can go in there. I wouldn't put anything too kind of important there. It is just magnetic, so it is kind of easy to get into. That being said, there's a bunch of other options that you can use to store things securely. Continuing on with the same side, you do have a zipper pocket here. So this zipper pocket is kind of one of the secret tricks up its sleeve. That inside is a very nice kind of texture, very soft on the inside. This color tan material here, that is actually a very nice, not bad. But yeah, like I said, this has a secret weapon. This is the TSA pocket that they call. It allows you essentially to keep things ready and available for the TSA check. So for example, you could put your passport, your boarding pass, all of those fun stuff in here, one place, secure. It is double zipped, so it is very, very secure once it's actually in your bag. But once you pull it out, very easily get whatever the case may be out of here in order to pass through very, very smoothly. And they do have this little red strip. I'm not exactly sure as to why it's there. Maybe just to remind you, hey, TSA put this away so that you don't actually kind of mix it up with the bag itself. The other bags, of course, there is a black one, so this mesh could get lost. I don't know if that's the reason, but it sounds pretty logical to me as I made that up right now. So that's that. And of course, this pocket can be utilized. You can put other things in here, of course. But let's do a 180 to the other side. This is where you're gonna have a double pouch. So you kind of have that nice slit in the middle. This is where you can kind of store little things that are a little bit more secure than the magnetic. On one side here, your little pen holder and kind of small gadgets. It does come with a metallic little clip here in order to maybe put your keys, your fob, whatever the case may be, you can put that there. And then on the separate zipper here, this is just simply a very open pocket. You can put a book here, a notebook, batteries, whatever you want to go with. This is just another little location to keep things separate. And the zippers, they do feel nice. One of the biggest difference between the colors here, the zippers actually on the black one are weather sealed YKK zippers. These here are very solid, so wear and tear is not going to be something that you should be concerned about. But of course, they are not weatherproof as the zipper is exposed. However, the black one does come with weatherproof YKK zippers, which is a nice touch if that is something that you are interested in. I got this one strictly for the color combination, the blue and what the color is on the inside. Just keep that in mind if you are interested in purchasing a bag like this. So those are kind of the 2 side panels, and like I mentioned, in the side here you do have room to kind of hook up a carabiner and have things dangling. There is the metal hooks, like it did mention on the front packaging. That is something that you can keep an eye out. It kind of gives it that extra stability, rigidity, putting it down on the ground. And a little bit of a similar leather feeling. This isn't leather, but it is a similar texture and feel as leather just to kind of give that bag a little bit of extra durability when it's on the ground. Now let's get into the main feature of the bag, the whole portable, minimal travel kind of aspect of the thing, and what kind of makes this bag stand out. So this duffel, yes, it does look like a duffel on the outside, but it does have a little bit of a secret up its sleeve. It splits open like a regular suitcase. Yes, it clamshells open. So let me show you what that actually looks like. And there we go, and boom. So now you actually have a very similar kind of feel to a suitcase with the whole two-side aspect of things. One thing with the mesh and one side kind of allowing you to be a lot more secure and more private on the other side. There of course is paperwork here. So like I said, they are making very conscious effort to kind of make this as sustainable as possible. Did you notice your bag didn't use any plastic packaging? So they are trying to make us very well aware of this intention here. Okay, so literature is out of the way. So let's just open one up and go from there. So when you open up the side with the mesh, you'll be greeted with the loop. So if that's a way you want to carry your bag. The metal here is very, very sturdy. If you can see, very rigid, very kind of robust actually. Like look, that is, it clips of course to the outside, and the strap here is very, very padded. Just take a look at that thickness. That there is of course going to give you a lot of support. It is a one shoulder kind of bag. That being said, with that added support, it could alleviate some of that kind of strain. One shoulder kind of bag. You can loop it across, you can loop it on one side, the other. Regardless, this will add you some additional comfort. So I'll just put that off to the side to keep it kind of clean here. And one nice feature is that it comes with a little laundry bag. So that's a little accessory that does come with the bag. I mean, it's literally just a bag with it. So for laundry. So in the bag here, you'll notice that this is actually quite a large area for you to fill. This is area that you can put clothing. This is area where you can keep some technology. Whatever the case may be, this is for you to occupy. What you'll also notice is that there is elastic, expandable kind of pockets on each side. This is a location where you can put, for example, bottles, if that's kind of what you want. You can put a water bottle in. You're able to access this pocket from the outside. I haven't gotten that yet, but I will in just a second. And of course, like a typical suitcase and a typical travel bag, there is that kind of one pocket on the inside of this to kind of add like a little bit of privacy to whatever is going in there. But to demonstrate the size of this, I brought some clothing. This bag is perfect for a couple day trip, 2-3 days, just to kind of illustrate the actual size of this. I brought a couple t-shirts and 2 pairs of pants here just to illustrate how much room this actually is. So here are the t-shirts, cool. And here are the 2 pairs of pants. And that is just one half of the duffel, and I have an astronomical amount of room. I could put a bunch of socks, a bunch of boxers, a whole bunch of belts, whatever the case may be, and this very, very simply, like, did you see that? And I still got the other half here to fill. Am I right? Or am I right? That is just to demonstrate how much room you actually do have within these bags. Of course, some of the smaller travel bags, you know, you do struggle putting things in here, but that is not going to be the case with this one. This has a lot of the same similarities and key features of a suitcase, just much more minimal, a duffel, and actually looks fantastic. So that's the mesh side here. There isn't too much going on this side just because it is literally a void for you to put things such as clothing. But let me show you the other side before I kind of show you the tricks that actually makes this bag extremely, extremely useful and convenient. Similar to the mesh side, you do have room here in order for you to put a bunch of items. It overall is pretty symmetrical in terms of size. You still do have that privacy kind of sleeve here, pocket. You do have, again, another 2 mesh pockets in order to kind of carry things that shouldn't be jiggling around. The biggest difference is this actual sleeve here. It's kind of a canvasy material vibe. This is where your laptop lives. This will fit up to most 15-inch laptops. I've got my MacBook Pro here, and it does fit very, very nicely. And there is a lot of room to kind of grow in here, if you will. Zip it up, there you go. Bob's your uncle. You've now kind of secured your laptop. You've secured all your clothing in these nice areas. And there you go. You're all ready to go. You zip up that clamshell, and Bob is your uncle. So like I just mentioned, there are kind of little secret ways to get into places from the outside. The zipper that I just opened is of course this middle one. That is allowing you to split it open like a clamshell, like a suitcase, pack everything nicely organized, and be ready for your trip. But here it is. What are these other two zippers? Those are to allow you to get into, yes, each side of the clamshell, allowing you access to both sides of that clamshell. So say for example you had something that you wanted to grab, that water bottle, that's little something that's in the privacy pocket on the right side. You know what? You can get at it while it's on your shoulders. You don't have to open it up, and you can actually get at both sides, which is a huge plus. Like for me, if I'm not traveling, I am literally going to start taking this bag to work. I put my laptop in the bag, and then all my documents, everything I need to keep on the fly, I can just rip it out. I can just keep going. Instead of socks, be pulling out files, hard drives, all of that fun stuff, I can start ripping out from inside the clamshell from the outside. Such a basic but efficient kind of way of accessing your stuff. Minimal, it is very efficient to use. It looks pretty good. I mean, I very much dig that. I'm a duffel bag kind of guy, so I mean, this is exactly what I'm looking for. It's fantastic. Anyways, so this is the Pakt One. Thank you again for the guys over at Pakt One for sending this over for me to check out. And you guys make a great product. But like I did mention, keep in mind that there are 3 different colors, and all 3 have kind of slightly different items and kind of features in terms of the material that they actually do use. The black one, it is a lot more weatherproof because of the zippers and the material they chose to use. But thank you again, Pakt, for sending this over. Thank you for watching. If you had any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. But for now, if you did like that video, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button down below. For additional brownie points, you know what to do. Follow me on all of my social media. Links can be found down in the description. But for now, thank you, and I will see you on the next one.